After a week off while the Speed Racing Series took to the track at Chicagoland, it's the Speed Phenom Series making its return here at the Iowa Cornfields for race number 2. Race number 1 saw GLM win the race in car 75 with Sabre Fox, Ryan Reed, Matthew Hubert, and Benedict Meter rounding up the top 5. Got a few new faces to the track this week. Rogel Dorn no longer driving the number 1 as he has vacated the series. Taking over that Edelbrock sponsorship in car number 9 will be Derek Hamill. Skylar Taylor also picking up their SRS sponsorship with Peak Antifreeze. No longer has Jegs on the car, and instead it will be Luke Evans now with car 81 that has Jegs sponsorship. With that all said and done, let's go ahead and take to the track here and see who will be victorious in the cornfields and who's going to be lost in the maze. 17 drivers set to take the green flag here at Iowa as we add 2 new drivers to the field. We lose 1 in the form of Rogel Dorn. It is Luke Evans, though, who on debut picking up the Jegs sponsorship in car 81 will lead us to the green flag. It's JD Martin alongside of him, and Derek Hamill, another one of the drivers on debut, starting in 3rd alongside Logan Williams. As they come off turn number 4, pace car is off. 45's on the apron. We'll get to that in a moment as green flag is out. We're underway here from Iowa. JD Martin with a good advantage off of turn number 2 from that second starting spot. But Luke Evans dives it in through 3 and 4. Is that going to be the move that does it, though? Drag race to the line. Pivot to the 81, though, on lap 1 as the 50's in the wall. 3 wide behind them. Derek Hamill, that's going to take me a little bit there. Gets by into 2nd. Martin Alonso battling for 3rd. And he's going to kind of settle down a little bit, maybe, as JD Martin's up in the wall now. Going to lose 2 more spots, maybe even 3 by the time all is said and done. Can he beat the 66 of Isaac Davis, though? Oh, trouble, I think, in the back. We'll get to that in a moment. Did it bring out caution? No, it didn't. I saw someone go sideways, though. Skylar Taylor had just picked up their SRS sponsorship from Peak, and the problem is engine issues on the pace lap gonna end Skylar Taylor's night before it even begins on an unfortunate issue there for the 45. Came in this one 7th in points with 28 points, coming off the 7th place finish last week, and not the finish that Skylar Taylor would have wanted here in Iowa. Griffin Lapel McDermott, our points leader coming in, would get into trouble with Sabre Fox down into the 25. He would go. GLM able to save it, though, but a lot of damage to 75. Gutierrez comes off a little bit worse for wear on that one. But both drivers okay. They've spun it down to the apron. That is why we stay under the green flag. Benedict Meter, the 4th, now taking his shot at JD Martin. Missed the battle for 6th. The 44 move him up another spot. JD Martin free falling right now through this field, has fallen from 2nd back to 7th starting spot. How far will this go, though, for him as Matthew Hubert tried to make a move on Virgil Alonso there for 3rd. Couldn't quite make the move stick. As you see, 75 and 25 on pit lane. Trying to get to this. I was looking for is Mirdo making the move for 5th now on the 66 of Isaac Davis. Meanwhile, Hubert on Alonso, not able to get it done. But the 2 debut drivers, Derek Hamill in the Edelbrock Ford and Luke Evans in the Jegs Toyota, making moves to the front. They're leading this one here, and Hamill on lap number 7 is going to take the race lead. Luke Evans not done with Hamill yet. Took a couple laps off, gets the fight back in him, taking a peek through turns 1 and 2. Can't quite make the move stick. Matthew Hubert still looking for that 3rd spot on Alonso. And nothing looking like it's going to work for Evans here on this occasion. But right now, the 81 all over the back bumper of the 9. Huber making a move on Alonso, not quite yet there either. Just kind of painstakingly close, as meanwhile Sabre Fox now going to make the move on Ricky Freeman Jr. What a move from the 78 Andy's Frozen Custard Chevrolet. He sees an opportunity here. Sabre comes in this race second in the points, as now with the 75 having his issues early on, is Freeman up in the wall there in the 96. Going to maybe lose a spot to San Vitale here in the 99. And the 99 going to be able to make the moves. Benedict Mirda IV continuing his charge to the field. This was just a moment ago while we were looking at the other battle. Huber gets caught up on the outside of the Yahoo Toyota. Mirda going to make the move, and JD Martin going to follow through as well in the 50. So put JD Martin back into the top 5, put Mirdo up to 4th in 44. And Martin taking advantage of moves that he can, going to try and get the 4th spot away now from the 44. Going to do so in that Krispy Kreme Dodge. So now JD Martin upper position. Mirdo might have barely missed the wall. Now Huber's going to try and get that spot back, but Mirdo on the outside going to try and use it to his advantage. Going to hang on to that position for now. It looks like yes. JD Martin now taking a look at the 52 of Virgil Alonso. Going to be there through or off turn number 2, down into turn 3, and going to make that move pretty easily on Virgil Alonso. Alonso up the track, might get in the wall. He does. It's going to open the door for Mirdo and maybe even Hubert to get by. Mirdo's going to get by. Can the 23 follow through is going to be the question. Not quite. In fact, going to kind of lose the nose a little bit there. So it looks like move the 52 down to 4th. And we're checking in just to make sure nothing's happened up front. Worth mentioning, our points leader is back on track in car 75, Griffin Michael McDermott. Currently running 2 laps down in 16th spot, but he lost 2 laps. Meanwhile, Angel Gutierrez, you can see on your screen, he only lost the 1 lap, making his pit stop in 25. Both of them pitting for 4 fresh tires and some damage repairs in the case of the 75. But still at least both running, unlike the 45 Skylar. Best battle on track here on lap 20 right now is this 3-car battle for 6 between Huber, who is holding up the 66 by a pretty penny here. And it's allowed Sabre Fox to catch this battle right now, as looking to see who can't get by the other. This battle, though, 2.4 seconds behind our race leader right now, looking just like no one can really make a move there. As I say it, though, both Sabre Fox makes a move on the 66, Matthew Huber makes a move on the 52. And I just saw a pass for the 10th spot, I think, going on in the back. We'll catch up on that one in a moment. As Hubert on the inside of Alonso, Sabre Fox up to the 7th position. And now going to follow this 23 through on Virgil Alonso, as Hubert finally gets that move done that he's been looking to get done for a while now. Actually, Alonso's still fighting it. Goes up the track. That's going to be in the wall. I can almost tell it. Yep. Going to allow the 66 to get on by now, as Alonso is falling to the 8th position. Isaac Davis trying to make a move. Can't quite make one stick. As Brian Reed has gone by Ricky Freeman Jr. Let's take a look at what that move entailed. As Freeman's going to get the wall now. So hold on, is this going to open the door for 55? It looks like, because he cannot get that car to the bottom right now. That Wix Filter Chevrolet. Well, but Aiden Graham unable to take advantage of it. Let's take a look at that pass for the 10th spot. So here it was, Ryan Reed on Ricky Freeman Jr. just set him up really well going into turn number 3. almost didn't quite have the move done there going down the front straight. Freeman does a good job to keep it out of the wall on that occasion. As you can see, the 31 has some damage to the right side of his car, so he's been in the turn 2 wall. But Ryan Reed able to get the move done and move the O'Reilly Chevrolet up into the top 10. JD Martin has reeled in second place Luke Evans in the fifth in the Krispy Kreme Dodge now, as we have a battle for second raging on. This 4/10 back, just the moment I look at it, kind of dies away apparently. Well, as I say it, Evans wide. Is that going to open the door for the 50? Can he dive it into turn 3? No, not quite. But Luke Evans giving JD Martin all the opportunities in the world to try and make this pass for second. We'll keep an eye on this. Can he make the move into 1? Martin clearly quicker, as you can tell the 44 is even closing in on this battle now. And while that goes on, actually, back here, Ryan Reed has caught the 52 of Virgil Alonso. So this is the battle for 9th. The O'Reilly Auto Parts Chevrolet gonna get the move done, it looks like. Not yet at least, but should have it done in turn 1. And does so. So move Reed up to the 9th position. Alonso back to 10th. Not been the type of day that Lewis the boy we've been looking for so far, as came to this race 12th in points, started dead last. He's currently still running tail end of the lead lap here in that Louisiana Hot Sauce Ford. Hasn't been able to make any moves yet to the front, but I mean, with one pit stop probably happening here by the teams, might give him a chance, but right now he would have been looking better. San Vitale wide off turn number 4 is going to get the wall there. That's going to open the door for Virgil Alonso. Ryan Reed had already gone by the 99, and now Alonso gets back up into the 9th position, passing the Wynn's Dodge for that position. So a little dodge on dodge action there from the San Miguel 52. As Alonso now up into 9th. Talked about Lewis the boy's unfortunate run so far. Probably another one that would have been looking for better. Aiden Graham came into this race 14th in the points. Obviously going to probably improve one spot just from Robo Dorn's absence from the series. But right now for Aiden, currently running in the 12th position, trying to fend off from Logan Williams. Also trying to pressure the 96 of Ricky Freeman Jr., but just nothing really going for this 55 so far tonight. Let's see if fortunes are going to change for him. Same thing basically could be said for Logan Williams, who came to this race 10th in the points. So neither one of these drivers really getting the run that they would have liked. I'm sure Legal Road Eugene not too keen on the fact of their car running in 13th, but they're looking also just trying to kind of foster some growth from some drivers and looking to hope for better here from Logan Williams at some point today. Ricky Freeman Jr. running a little bit wide through 1 and 2. That's going to open the door for Aiden Graham here in the 55. So after a poor qualifying effort for both of these drivers, it's now going to get even worse here for Ricky Freeman Jr. as Freeman going to try and hold it around the outside. That's not exactly going to be the best case of action for the 96. That's going to open the door here now for Logan Williams in the 7. And Logan Williams is going to make quick work of that 96 car for Ricky Freeman Jr. They move Graham up to 11th, Logan Williams up to 12th, and Ricky Freeman Jr. falls back to his starting spot of 13th. And after laps and laps of trying, JD Martin finally works his way underneath the 81 of Luke Evans. Luke Evans, though, going to get the spot at the line. Martin drives it in deep into turn number 1. Going to make the move stick. Mirdo going to try and maybe follow through on his fellow Toyota here. So it's going to be another 2-for-1 special type of situation as Luke Evans going to lose 2 spots from 2nd down to 4th, move Mirdo up to 3rd, JD Martin up to 2nd. Now that he's going to try and set his sights on the number 9 of Derek Hamill. Ryan Reed has been all over the back bumper of the 66 for several laps here. Can't not get by, basically. And Davis, for every single moment that Reed looks like he's going to have a move, just finds some sort of extra bit of pace. And that SRS Toyota just kind of hanging on to that 7th spot barely right now over the 31 of Ryan Reed. JD Martin has been able to reel in the 9 of Derek Hamill a little bit as Martin goes wide a little bit. And that's because Derek Hamill's going to pit, so we've got pit stops starting here at Iowa on lap 48. So going to be an interesting time. What is the strategy calls up and down the pit lane? What is going to be the situation of who stays out longer? So now JD Martin stays out and leads a lap. Oh, 23 and 78 in the wall hard as the 81 and the 50 are going to pit. Neither one of these two are going to pit that time around, but a lot of damage there for the 23 and the 78. You can see it on the right side of their cars. Wonder how that's going to affect their pit stops now. As Isaac Davis trying to catch up to the 78. Looks like a little bit of a pit line there for some. Here we're going to stay out again despite the damage there on the right side of his car. As Mirdo pits from the lead now. And that's going to allow Hubert to take and lead a lap. That's worth point. So I'll definitely want to try and get those bonus points a little bit as Hubert came into this race 4th in points. As he pits, we'll go ahead and bring you back after pit stop cycle. After things cycle through here, it is JD Martin with about a 1 second lead over Benedict Mueller, the 4th in 2nd. Luke Evans currently runs in 3rd. Griffin Lepa McDermott is a lap down in the 16th position right now. He's the only car off the lead lap. It's worth mentioning in case we get caution. Isaac Davis is in 4th. Derek Hamill currently in 5th, looking to get that spot away from the 66, as we just had a pass back there between Virgil Alonso and Alex Sanvitale, as those two have just not been able to get separated from this entire race. As we watch this battle for the 4th position as Hamill tries to get it away from the 66. I want to do a field rundown here in a moment, but right now this battle looks to be close. We'll check in on it in a moment. Sergio Alonso runs in 6th now after getting the spot away from Alex Sanvitale. It's Ryan Reed in 8th. Logan Williams is up to 10th. There is Angel Gutierrez, who's off cycle, hitting from 10th. As that promotes Ricky Freeman Jr. up to 10th. Aiden Graham was 11th, is going to lose that spot now to the 92 of Louis DeBoy, as DeBoy going to try to get to 96, couldn't quite. I still don't know how to exactly say the name. As then now Aiden Graham's going to fall to 12th. Yes. Matthew Hubert, after going long and having to repair damage, has fallen to 13th. Saber Fox is now in 14th, and Angel Gutierrez is going to be a lap down in the 15th position, trying to avoid going 2 laps down now to the race leader. And meanwhile, did miss the pass. It was Derek Hamill getting by the 66. We'll take a look at that one. So here was the pass going down in turn number 1. Derek Hamill sets it up, gets to the inside of Isaac Davis. They take advantage a little bit of the fact that 75 up ahead here was pitting. Remember again, GLM is also off sequence with the race leaders, so that is going to put him 2 laps down now to the race leaders with that pit stop. And Isaac Davis gets the wall for good measure, as Derek Hamill now up to 4th spot in that number 9 on debut. I also mentioned these two can't seem to get away from each other. Here was another swap for the 6th spot, as this time Virgil Alonso going to also get the wall a couple times, as there's one of the times he gets the wall off turn number 4. Allows Sanvitale to get to the inside of the 52. And then coming off turn number 2, Alonso gets out of the groove, gets the outside wall for good measure again. Ryan Reed all over the back of the 52. Can he make a move into turn number 3? He's trying to. Can't quite get there though on the 52 of Virgil Alonso. Going to be a couple laps in the making, I think, on this move. If he can hang in there, though. Can't quite, and that's going to allow, I think, Alonso to get away at least that ever so slightly now. Meanwhile, up front, the battle for third is on between Derek Hamill and Luke Evans. Hamill is on a roll right now, trying to get around the 81. Does he have the pace to try and catch the race leaders? Worth mentioning, JD Martin with the fastest lap of the race so far, a 22.359. As Luke Evans gets the wall, going to set him back a little bit as move Hamill up to the third spot, 2.9 back that time, or the last time around. This time around, the 9 is going to be 2.6 back, so 3/10 there. So not solid. That's a solid gain there. We'll have to see if it's enough though. Aiden Graham, Louis DeBoy there, trying to battle for the 12th or for the 11th position. Graham kind of got to the back bumper of the 92 there off the turn of the floor the last time around, and it's going to work for him as the Ram Tool Dodge moves up another spot, so move the 92 back to 12, 55 up to 11th right now. So moving spots outside the top 10, only worth a point per position, but each point matters though if you're back here at some point, especially if you can get up into that top 10. Derek Hamill is a man on a mission. The gap is now just 1.1 seconds. He's 5/10 back of the 44 as Mirdo can see Martin. Hamill can see both of them in his front line sight here. They're coming to 8 to go. The 9 a little bit high. Might that be what costs him here? Needs to keep it out of the wall. He does so, but Derek Hamill trying to get back up to that race lead. He had the dominant car of the early session, but can't. He still needs a couple spots here to be able to try and claim the race win. Trying to get there, still nothing. We monitor the gaps farther back. Looks like 52 and 31 might be a battle, and not quite anymore. Derek Hamill peeking on Mirdo, uses the bumper there on the 9. Gets to the inside, he's up to second, and with now 6 laps to go here at Iowa, it's going to be the 9 versus the 50 for the race win. Mirdo maybe doesn't have the car for it, looks like. Falls to third. Gonna try and hang in here though, maybe pick up some scraps if Hamill and Martin collide. Mirdo's in a good spot still, so 5 laps to go now here at Iowa. Hamill to the back bumper of the 50. 99 and 66, thought about it. Ryan Reed's going to make a move on the 52 now this time. This is for 7th. Looks like Logan Williams is trying to hold off a little bit there, or does so for now. Back up front. Coming to 3 laps to go now for Derek Hamill. Can he do anything with the 50? We've seen passing be somewhat difficult. He just used the bumper though on Mirdo. Is he going to use the bumper here for the win? 3 laps to go at Iowa. Derek Hamill all over the back bumper of the 50. He's peeking down the back straightaway. Martin trying to throw the block. Does so successfully, barely. It'll be 2 laps to go now here at Iowa. Oh, whoops. Meant to hit the wrong button, I'm sorry. White flag, next time by. Can Derek Hamill do anything with the 50 of JD Martin? He's looking again. Tries to move into 3, can't get there. JD Martin with the right speed and all the right spots for right now though. White flag, 1 lap to go here at Iowa. Through 1 and 2 for the final time. Looks like this has been where Hamill's been better than the 50. getting the exit off of turn number 2. But the 50 with that straight line speed or whatever he's got underneath the hood of that Dodge, making it work. And off turn number 4, J.D. Martin is the winner in the Phenom Series. He wins at Iowa. As J.D. Martin gets the job done, coming in towards victory lane. And you see them all pass by. We'll go over the finishing results. Top 10, J.D. Martin, Derek Camel, what a job. He tried everything he could. Benedict Mirdo, a terrific run here to get up to 3rd. Luke Evans on debut as well in 4th. Alex Sanvitali, top 5 run for him. Solid effort. Isaac Davis, a much-needed 6th after his pit road issues at Mosport. Ryan Reed in 7th. Hergel Alonso in 8th. Logan Williams 9th. Ricky Freeman Jr. rounding out your top 10. And the drivers outside the top 10, DeBoy in the 92. Aiden Graham. Matthew Huber with his pit road issues with the damage. Saber Fox as well. And that's huge as well because that's the top 2 in the points that finished 14th and 16th respectively, with GLM there in 16th, 2 laps down. And Angel Gutierrez, I know he's not going to be happy with the 75 after this one. Finishes the day out in 15th, 1 lap down. And Skylar Taylor basically with their day ending before it even really began with the engine-related issues. But with that, that is it for this one. We'll see you guys next time, and here come your point standings after 2 rounds here in the Speed Phenom Series.